YouTube was good, man. It's your boy AD. I'm back again with another video, man. And we're here. Season 2 is officially out right now for Modern Warfare 3 Warzone. And we got patch notes. We got everything that you need to know about what's happening, what's going on, what's new, and all that good stuff. And as you can see, just by looking at the screen, Fortune's Keep is back, as well as Ranked Play Resurgence for Fortune's Keep. That is what map it is on for this one. We got plenty to talk about. We got updates, we got buffs, nerfs, new guns, updated weapons, and all that good stuff, man. And as you can see, we also got regular for Fortune's Keep as well. All 4 modes: solos, duos, trios, and quads. Let's get on into it, baby. And as you can see by this graphic, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it, but Season 2, as of today, returning map, Fortune's Keep. We got a bunch of different stuff added in. We're going to kind of go through it. As you can see, there is new weapons that we'll be getting throughout the season. We've got new maps for 6v6, including DOS House that's returning from World War II Vanguard. So we're going to get right into that as well. So we got Stash House, which is currently out right now for multiplayer. It says follow the federal authorities into a recently raided Bay Area Stash House right for close quarters engagements. And just so you guys can see, it is right here. Stash House 24/7 is available to play, where we have, of course, the modes that are typically there: Kill Confirm, Domination, Hardpoint, and TDM will be available as we speak for you to go ahead and hop right on into. We have Vista, welcome to the Brazilian mountaintop resort with gift shops, restaurants, and a perfect environment for all play styles. Departures, explore the departures area of the Zakev International Airport, a clean and competitive 6v6 map with areas for all ranges of combat. So I'm pretty sure they say competitive like that, so you may end up seeing it maybe like some ranked play action. So keep a mind out for that. We have a new map for war mode as well, and new modes that are also being introduced here are Horde Point. Capture the hard point and hold it against attack. Fight back against the horde of zombies. The first team to reach the score limit wins. Team gun game, progress through a series of weapons with your team. First team to reach the score limit wins. So if you think about Apex, where they have pretty much the same style, where you just it swaps through guns just like the regular gun game, and with that, it's under a team base. It's not just solo action. So that's kind of the same concept here as well. We have a snipers only mode that's going to be hitting. Juggermosh in season, all Juggernaut combat all the time within matches of Kill Confirm, Domination, or Hardpoint. That's going to be toxic. And Bounty, the player with the most kills from each team will be marked as an HVT. The HVT alternates on a time interval and rewards extra points when killed. All right, so we got new weapons. 2 new weapons debut at the helm of season 2, with 2 specialized editions arriving later in the season. So the first one's BP50. Pretty sure this was also on a previous game as well. I'm pretty sure this may have actually been the one that was on Vanguard as well. Very fast fire rate. I believe it's actually in the battle pass. We're actually gonna look at that here as well too. So as we go into the battle pass, just right in here. Yes, same gun that was in Vanguard. It had a very fast fire rate. Didn't really hit very well, but when you managed to figure out how it operates, it was really good when you figured out how to work with it. So keep that in mind as well as the Ram 9 that's also in here. SMG, more maneuverable and agile than its assault rifle counterpart. This bullpup SMG chambered in 9mm is lethal at close range. So it's not the Ram 7, which is of course the AR variant of it. This is the Ram 9 SMG version of it, so it won't be as powerful. It will probably be shooting a lot faster with the fire rate. You'll probably be able to build this out to be a good, valuable second option as an SMG. Maybe like a sniper support. We'll have to see. I haven't had a chance to really get into anything too much yet. I literally just hopped on the game, downloaded the update, and we're here to try to get you some information. So as we continue on, SOA Subverter Battle Rifle 72. This hard-hitting rifle dominates at mid to longer ranges thanks to a low rate of fire and predictable recoil. And the Soul Render Melee Ceremonial Blade, capable of razor-sharp cuts and deadly melee action in close quarters combat. I know there is currently a melee blueprint that's currently out there. It's nothing crazy, but it's not that particular melee, so keep that in mind. We do have new aftermarket parts for each weekly challenge. This one here, Jack Burnout Holger for the Holger 26. He has the Holger 26 in adverse fire mode that provides a dramatically increased fire rate, but will overheat and expand the barrel, introducing increased recoil over time. We have the Jack Timer for the 7.62. Swaps out the receiver and magazine to accommodate the 7.62 BLK ammunition for a harder hitting subsonic weapon. So I'm pretty sure people are going to be using that like crazy on the longbow. It's going to probably amp that up a lot more. Jack Buzzsaw kit for the Holger 5.56 gives the Holger 5.56 a high capacity drum mag and a side-by-side double barrel, allowing for the weapon to fire 2 bullets at a time. So just think of the AMR 9 where it has the option to have the 2 that stack on each other, 2 verticals. These ones are going to be 2 horizontal, so it'll be side by side instead of vertical up above and bottom of that. Jack Maglift kit, Jack Limb Ripper, unrivaled at creating close quarters carnage. This underbarrel chainsaw makes quick and messy work of anyone foolish enough to stand in your way. So think of the chainsaw that will be on the weapons for Gears games. So that's pretty much what that is. The Maglift kit for the new binary trigger and reinforced magwood to accommodate the extra large 410 drum mag. This kit is a room clearing machine. Okay. So Jack Outlaw 227 for the Baz B's conversion can transfer the Baz B into a lever action rifle, slowing fire rate but vastly improving accuracy for deadly precision. I don't know how many people are going to use that, but I'm curious to see how it will play out. Glassless optic. Its glassless reflex optic offers a projected dot and state-of-art stabilization technology, reduces visual recoil when firing. So it may just be kind of like the it's like the red dot that kind of sits above, but there's no like actual lens in it. So we'll look at that one. We'll see what that one's like as we get there. We haven't hit those weekly challenges yet. Right now we are currently on the Tyrant 7.62 kit for the longbow. This is the first week's one right here, currently out and available. New vest makes its way to multiplayer for those of you with a silent but deadly playstyle. Ninja vest, eliminate footstep sounds. Immune to movement reduction effects. Bonus shuriken and throwing knife ammo. Resupply shuriken and throwing knives every 25 seconds. So think of it this way. We already had the assassin vest. We have the covert sneakers. We have tac mask. We also have the, I believe it's, let's make sure which vest this was here, that had the capability to restack your, the demolition vest, which is resupplies lethal and tactical equipment every 25 seconds. So you're pretty much having 2 vests, the ghost perk, if you already have the ghost gear on, assassin's vest, demolition vest, assassin vest, covert sneakers, basically ninja, all wrapped into one specific vest. If we're already complaining that we can't hear anything as it is, because everybody and their mama is walking around with those specific things, it's gonna be crazy. And just so you guys can see also what it does here, kills don't just that's assassins. So ninja, eliminate footstep sounds, immune to movement reduction effects, bonus shuriken and throwing knife ammo. So you're still able to get all 3 of these. You're able to get your lethal, and you're able to get your field upgrade. So you're able to get everything with this vest. This one, you would end up, more than likely, you'd end up using, like, let's say you use Ghost, right? So let's say you kept Ghost, so you're while moving, so you're pretty much cold-blooded. Then you add in Ninja Vest, so you can't be heard. You're never going to get hit with effects or anything like that. And you'll still be able to have your field upgrades, your lethal. You can't use gloves. So that's the one thing that you can't do, is you won't have your gloves. Which most of the gloves that you do get aren't really necessary. Like Scavenger is cool. Maybe your quick grip gloves, commando gloves, and marksman. So while it is a trade-off, it's not a huge deal if you're playing multiplayer, unless you really want to like Scavenger or maybe like your assault gloves. It's not going to be a big deal. I don't think it's really going to harm too many people. I think people will gladly use that new vest and not care. It's to me, it's going to be very popular, I think, moving forward. We'll see what kind of sticks to that. I like having Assassin's Vest and the ghost gear attached onto that, because it also adds the hijacked gear as well, which makes it so like attack choppers and stuff like that can't see you, they can't mark you or anything like that. So I prefer that, but we'll test that out too as we move forward. We got new operators, and we have a playlist update again. Rick Grimes is in the battle pass, as you remember from the previous. Laswell is in the battle pass. John Doe, Black Cell, and Maconi in season. So we got some new operators being added in. We got new events. Horde Hunt. The hunt is on every week. Hunt down new featured zombie types. Year of the Dragon. Start the new lunar year off with a bang with this field rep event. Cryptid Boot Camp. Factor feature prove your monstrous might. Tinfoil is not. Headsfoil hat not included. Walking Dead in season is coming around. Vortex Decay's Realm and Dune Rule of Fate. Both of these are in season. Most of these are all in season. The only one out right now is the Horde Hunt that is also available to play right now. All right, here we go. We got some gameplay. ADS Idle Sway. While players ADS Idle Sway is active, this mechanic discourages players from holding their sights for an extended period of time with a constant subtle motion that introduces slight inaccuracy. ADS Idle Sway now initiates shortly after ADSing rather than immediately introducing a delay to the sway curve that is generally 5 milliseconds long but varies by weapon. Sniper rifles are not included in this change. After the initial delay, ADS Idle Sway now gradually increases over a 3-second period before reaching peak speed rather than beginning at full speed upon ADSing. So if you think about it this way, let's say you ADS down sights and you're just sitting there. Like, of course, we have corner camping on a regular basis. So let's say you're not mounted or anything like that. You're just ADS down sights for an extended period of time, as some people do. This one, instead of it being instant, if I'm not mistaken, so it's shortly after ADSing this time. So it's not where it only gradually. So it pretty much happens instantly, and it gradually increases the speed as it goes along. So every 3-second interval, it looks like it's going to keep increasing and increasing. So you can't just sit like that the entire time and it stays one stagnant ADS idle sway. So if you're planning to play like that, be wary that you're not going to be able to do the same exact way. You're going to have to build to really make sure your ADS idle sway is dropped down dramatically and it's worked out. ADS idle sway now consistently begins from the position of the player's hip fire crosshair rather than along the sway curve. These changes ensure that players with fast reflexes and precise aim aren't disadvantaged the moment they ADS. Hip fire crosshair sway. Hip fire crosshair will no longer sway from the center of the screen while the player moves or rotates the camera. Where that certain stock attachments may reintroduce the behavior, this is unessential and will correct these artifacts in future game updates. Weapon bullet trajectory is now truly aligned with the hip fire crosshair and thus the center of the player's screen. Changes will reward skillful aim. Simply put, when you're aiming is where your bullets will go. Good. Hopefully it's the same thing when it comes down to bullet registration. Please take some time to adjust these changes. Let us know how you feel. Continue to monitor feedback. And customization fixed several instances of charms and stickers not displaying correctly. So UIX for multiplayer. New features and adjustments added weekly category to the challenges widget in the lobby view. Detailed stat comparisons are now available for base weapons in the gunsmith. Decreased kill feed line duration from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. Decreased kill feed line fade duration from 1 millisecond to 0.5 seconds. Event category is now displayed first in the list of weapon cambos. We got some bug fix. New item breadcrumbs will now be cleared upon hover when using a controller. Platform exclusive calling cards will no longer be displayed when unavailable. Address an exploit that allowed invalid attachment combinations using the in-game loader editor. So a lot of these are just basic UI changes and fixes that will make the game a little bit cleaner, a little more adjustable. Gameplay bug fixes. Address an issue causing field of view to be set higher than intended after infill. Players will no longer dive while using the slide only option on controller. And that was a big thing that I noticed. Like when I was playing, I would still dive. Like no matter what, like I would go for a slide, and if you did it too quick in succession, it would make you dive. It was weird how they did that. So luckily they got that fixed and we don't have to worry about that anymore. Decreased delay before health regeneration begins from 4 seconds to 3 seconds. Increased health regeneration rate from 40 HP per second to 75 HP per second. So it's a plus 88% difference in your health regeneration rate. So that's good. Just the health regeneration to better match the pace of gameplay. Now, for example, it would only take 5 seconds to heal from 1 to 150 down the previous 7.7 seconds. These changes aim to enhance intensity and satisfaction of gunfights. So that's actually a good thing. Progression. Resolve various issues preventing the following attachments from being unlocked. So for the Ram 7 X10 FRL3 heavy barrel, so there was a few attachments that for some odd reason weren't working. Like even like the Jack BFB muzzle, for some reason I couldn't add that. I don't remember if it was in my multiplayer. I'm pretty sure it's multiplayer where I couldn't add the Jack BFB muzzle on a few of my guns, if any of them, that I wanted to try out. Added missing laser attachments to Gilded Camo challenge tracking for marksman rifles. Breacher drone kills will no longer count towards frag grenade kills challenges, resulting in an issue in which Juggernaut recon kill streak would not track kills for challenges correctly. Maps. MW2 carry forward maps are now available, which, yeah, I did notice that. I feel like they play a lot better on here, and I think maybe it's just movement wise. If these maps from MW2 do feel a lot better, and I think it's the movement, it's the way people play it now, that it feels a little bit more of an open-minded gameplay versus just I'm stuck here, this is where I'm going to stay, and this is where I'm going to be at. So you get a little bit more movement. For high-rise adjustments to prevent players from spawning in unfavorable conditions near the Arctic base and phonic reception areas. For sub-base, refined hardpoint, objective boundary in the warehouse to prevent capture from unintended location. Adjustments to prevent players from spawning in unfavorable conditions near security and terminal. For underpass, players can no longer access an exploitable location to the shelf. And for wasteland, address an issue that caused more fog than intended on certain platforms. And I did have one of my boys that was playing it. He noticed there was a lot more fog for some odd reason. So this actually has been fixed. That's cool. We got private match stuff, which I don't really mess with too much unless I'm looking at maps, or of course if you're playing bots to kind of get your aim together. Decrease melee lunge distance for all MW3 weapons to align with MW2 standards. So that's going to be interesting. Increase movement speeds of all MW2 weapons to align with MW3 standards. That's good. Added gun kick control and recoil control benefits and tactical stance for all weapons. So they've adjusted these MW2 weapons to kind of balance out, and MW3 weapon lunge distance to balance out with how MW2 was playing. So it's going to be an overall pretty much different game from what MW2 was to MW3 and what MW3 is to MW2. For the Holger, increase ADS time from 260 to 270. That's a slight nerf. Increase ADS time from 240 to 265 on the MCW. Increase sprint to fire time. Okay. The MCW is getting hit again. But, of course, if you build it out right, it's not going to matter. With the Jack Raven kit added into increase maximum damage from 31 to 33. Decrease medium range damage from 22 to 23 to 22. Minimum range, yeah. So the Jack Raven looks like it had a couple of buffs and then some nerfs. So it's more of a balancing act for the MCW right now. For the BASB, increased sprint to fire time, increased ADS time, increased hip fire spread minimum. The BASB is getting smacked around because it's been used a lot. Increased bullet velocity on the Sidewinder, decreased recoil and gun kicks significantly. So Sidewinder might be something to look into. Increased delay before accelerated rate of fire begins to decay on the Jack Thunder LMG kit. Decreased accelerated, increased gun kick control and recoil control by 35%. So the LMG kit that's added into it really hits it, but mainly as itself, it's gotten a buff. For the TAC V MW2, increased maximum damage range. So this will probably be getting used again. Be on the lookout to see that back out there on the field in multiplayer and in Warzone as well. Increased near medium damage range as well. For the Striker, increased near medium damage range from 19.1 to 21.6. Increased medium damage range. So the Striker might be amicable for this one here. Added missing hipfire crosshair with the Jack added double barrel kit on the AMR9. Decreased ADS sight time on the WSP9. Increased maximum damage range on the WSP9. Increased near medium damage range. So this might be getting looked at too. So keep an eye out for that. For the Brewmother 45 kit, decreased ADS time and decreased movement speed penalties by 50%. So, okay, this would be more in line with where they may be getting used as a secondary option now to be used more. I have been using it a little bit here and there. Like some people would use it and I'll pick it up, and it hits. It's really relatively slow paced for fire rate, but it's not that bad. Increased sprint to fire time penalty from 8% to 30% on the Lockwood 680. Shotgun and KB broadside decreased sprint to fire time and decreased ADS time as well. For LMG's tag rated carriers, increase sprint to fire time and increase ADS time because it was moving relatively quick, but I'm pretty sure you can work with it. For the route MG for MW2, decrease sprint to fire time and decrease ADS time. So they're balancing out a lot more of the MW2 guns to be used more, I feel like, for Warzone and multiplayer. So pretty sure you'll be seeing a lot more MW2 guns making an appearance now. And RPK decrease ADS time as well. 5 Icarus decrease sprint to fire time, as well as the route MG. We're getting decreasing ADS times and sprint to fire times. For marksman rifles, MCW 6.8, a lot of decrease in ADS, decreased all damage ranges by 18%. So this got a hell of a nerf for the 6.8. DM56 got a decrease in damages. MTZ Interceptor increased sprint to fire time, again increased ADS time and decreased neck damage multiplier. So this took a bit of a nerf. I'm pretty sure people will still use it at some point. Increased maximum damage range of SPR 208, increased upper arm damage multiplier. Slight increase, but an increase nonetheless. Allows for one damage multiplier increase, allows for 1-shot kills to the upper arm. So people will find a way to use the SPR again, which I have seen some people using already. Lock with MK2, increased maximum damage range. So this is going to be getting used. Decreased maximum damage range from 8.9 to 6.4. LMS2, decreased intensity of ADS idle sway. SAB 50, increased maximum damage range and decreased maximum damage range from 14.2 to 10.4. Damage increase allows for 1-shot kills to the upper torso within the maximum damage range. So people will be using, these MW2 guns are getting a buff to realign with more of how the MW3 playstyle is. So you're going to get a lot more of those players that are popping out. Same thing with the longbow, decreased ADS time. Signal 50, decreased maximum damage range. SPX 80, increased ADS time. For handguns, Renetti Jack Ferocity Carbine Kit, decreased movement speed penalties by 50%. And the Basilisk, increased maximum damage range, increased near minimum damage range, increased medium damage range, increased far medium damage range. Okay, so we're going to get some new metas. Damage range increase allows for 1-shot kills to the head at a further distance. Stormender addressed an issue preventing some kill streaks from being destroyed and or disabled. We got our melees where it's been all decreased melee lunge distances because people were acting like they had freaking Commando Pro from the old days. Jack BFB muzzle, here we go. Increased gun kick control benefit from 60% to 55%. Decreased vertical recoil benefit. Increased ADS time penalty. Increased aim walking speed. Increased sprint to fire time. Added 18% bullet velocity penalty. So Jack BFB's already gotten hit. That was fast. That was pretty fast because BFB hasn't been out too long, but that's pretty fast how quick they nerfed that down from people using it. Sure, people will still use it, but I think now because of this, it'll be a little bit less likely that people will use it as much as they were. For med box, decreased time deployed, decreased time to deploy. For the munitions box, objectives can no longer be captured from further vertical distances than intended on the ACS. Those an exploit that allow players to see through the environment when used with certain equipment. On the tactical camera, addressed an exploit that allow players to become invisible in deployable cover. Dead sounds resolved an issue causing activation sounds to be more audible to other players than intended. So if you remember with MW2, you hit that dead sounds perk, it was loud as hell. You could still hear it. So you knew if somebody was around you and they hit it, you knew where it was coming from. Oxygen meter will now display as expected while underwater for the Juggernaut Recon, and gunship when destroyed by the Stormender launcher, visual effects will no longer persist on the player's HUD. MW3 rank play. Gameplay, maps and modes. CDO search and destroy, maps removed, Skid Row, and maps added are Rio. Rio I think will play very well for search and destroy. It's not a huge map. It has a lot of positives to it, honestly, compared to like the other one. I can't remember the name. The Grease map, I can't stand it. Hardpoint, maps removed, terminal, and Rio was added. Returning map is subbase. Subbase was previously removed with an issue with P3. Was investigated. A fix for this issue is now live season 2. Content restrictions. They took out the SVA. You bastards. RAM 7 and the BP50 are removed. HRM 9 has been removed. The RAM 9 is not in there. Ninja Vest will not be available. Good. And tactical pads. So, moving on to the SR tuning. Amount of SR earned after wins early on in a player's rank play journey have been increased to help elevate players to their intended skill division faster. Cool. To increase competitiveness in the top 250 skill division and reduce SR inflation, the amount of SR deducted after losses for players who are well beyond their intended skill division has been increased substantially. End of season skill setback. At the end of each season, your ending skill division will determine where you start the following season. Bronze to Crimson 1 players are set back 3 tiers below where they were finished in their previous season. A player ending season 1 in Gold 3 will begin season 2 in Silver 3. Okay. Players Crimson 2 and above will start season 2 in Diamond 1. Okay. I think that was pretty much what they did before as well on MW2, so it's not too much of a difference there anyways. Rewards reminders for rank rewards as well, what you'll get in the season, how they'll be able to claim them. The rewards you'll be able to get with weapon blueprints, charms, decals, stickers, camo, all that good stuff. End of season rewards, season 2 division rewards for MW3s, emblems, weapon camos, animated weapon camo in the top 250. Players must finish in the top 250 division to qualify for those rewards, so on and so forth. You already know how that plays out. You know how it goes if you play ranked play. Player who finishes season 2 in the number 1 position on the top 250 leaderboard will receive an animated, unique, one-of-a-kind calling card and emblem for ultimate season 2 bragging rights. My zombies players increase the drop chance for ammo pouches in the high threat zone. Season 1 weapons, new weapons introduced in season 1 have been added to the loot pool and can be found in lockers, crates, and the mystery box. Ray gun damage has increased for both the base weapon when pack-a-punched. Base projectile speed has been increased with further increases when pack-a-punched. Reduce the damage the ray gun will deal to its owner. Players will not enter into a downstate in 8 shots. Scorcher, decreased time, lingering plasma damage. Now, I'm not big on zombies, so it's only so much I'm going to be giving y'all guys when it comes down to zombies. From what I do know, there's not a whole lot that was done that really made this like great. There are some addressed issues with the HRM9 crossbow and dual Kodachis. Juggernaut kill streak is just an issue that prevented players from switching weapons after using a Juggernaut kill streak. So just slight basic stuff that needed to be addressed and fixed for you guys that play zombies. But that's it when it comes down to MW3's new changes for season 2 for Warzone multiplayer. Those are the biggest, probably one of the bigger updates that I've seen for Call of Duty in some time. They did a lot of changes, a lot of balances, a lot of updates. So if y'all are ready to get out there, go ahead, get out there. Hopefully this video helps you guys out and got you up to date on what's happening, what's going on, what's new, what's not new, what's changed, what hasn't changed, what's been buffed, nerfed, all that good stuff, man. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like. Let me know what you guys are thinking about season 2. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, baby. Peace.